Hello, hello, hello. Tanisha Dawson here of Evolve Universities, and this is Love Therapies. So I don't want to be long tonight, okay? I wanted to talk to you guys about hyper independence in women attracts ain't-ish men, okay? So let's get into it. I don't want to be long tonight. I don't want to hold you. This is not live. This is previously recorded. The reason that I am no longer doing lives right now is because one, my life is too busy. Two, people end up catching a replay anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's all good. As long as the information gets out there, that's all I truly care about. Okay, so let's talk about it. You know, I got my laptop here, so I'm gonna be looking down. I'll be looking at y'all. I'll be talking. You know, we got to get into it. So one, I want to say this first and foremost. I utilize celebrities as a lot of talking points. It is not so much that I care necessarily about the celebrities' lives so much. I mainly use it for educational and teaching purposes because, again, what happens to them happens to us. It just happens to them at a bigger scale. It is not like I am like super into these celebrities and what they're doing, so on and so forth. Not that I'm even going to be talking about a celebrity tonight. However, I just like to prerequisite with that because I do use a lot of celebrities' lives as talking points and teaching points in general, right? So that's that. So today I want to talk to you guys about something that has been in my head, something that has been in my mind. Normally what happens for me is I end up watching something, seeing something, looking at a celebrity, looking at my own life, seeing something online, talking to friends, clients, either way, whichever. But I end up getting a thought, and that thought begins to evolve because I have to see where I fit in with it versus how I'm feeling about it and my standpoint on it. A lot of times, us as people, we don't even know our standpoints because we haven't taken the time to think about what our standpoint actually is. We follow the masses. We think like everybody else. Everybody else says, oh, let's go jump this way. We all jump this way. I'm not really like that. I have to really weigh things out and see what is actually happening. All right. So I wanted to talk to you about something that's been in my head. I saw something online. This was some time ago, maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago, where a man was stating how women look for men who have leadership skills, right? And this woman went off. She started spewing off her credentials, her business acumen, how intelligent she was, all her degrees, all her skills. She went off. And then she said, this was her answer to what he said. That women are looking for men with leadership skills. And this woman ended up saying that's because most men don't have leadership skills. Sometimes the woman is smarter and has better and more intelligence. And that's just what it is. And that's why we have to lead. Woo, woo, woo. And yes, yes, while I agree with some of what she was saying, that women do have good leadership skills, women are intelligent. Um, that's neither here nor there as far as like a woman's intelligence. Um, but there's something about this that needs to be a little bit more explained. Okay. I'm sure that you all know that there's different personalities, different archetypes of people, differences in upbringing, so on and so forth. The bottom line is this: certain things, certain characteristics, and certain behaviors are attracted to other certain things, other characteristics and behaviors. So this is the fact. Okay. And for the most part, opposites attract because of the law of polarity: up and down, north and south, yin and yang, sun and moon, hot and cold. Opposites in polarity always are magnetized toward each other. That's just a universal law. There is no getting around that law. Okay. So here's the thing: there are tons of men out here, ladies, that have leadership skills. And I'm talking about extreme leadership skills. Okay. Leadership capabilities. They are purpose driven. They have a plan for their life. They know where they want to go. They know how to execute it. And they know they have carved and sculpted their life out masterfully, knowing where they want to go and what they want to do. They have goals, dreams, things etched in stone. These men, I like to call them a train. They're kind of like a train that is just moving. They know where they want to go. They know why they're trying to get there. They are purpose driven, like I said. And they're kind of like a train that says they stop, you know, hey, you getting on? Oh, you don't want to get on this train? All right, let's go. The train is going to keep moving. Somebody is going to end up getting on at the next stop. That's just how it is with these men. Okay. So this man this particular man is not going to coddle and move and maneuver his life around the woman that he decides to be with or decides to be with him. This man is like a train that is already moving. He already has things going for himself. He already has an idea. I like to look at the movie. I know a lot of people, I use movies as references too. I was watching it the other day. I was watching Acrimony, right? And a lot of women, they they agreed with the woman in acrimony. But here is the reality of it. So what happened in acrimony, bottom line is, she was with this man for all these years. He had an idea, he had a vision, he had a dream, he had a goal. He had an idea about this battery that was going to self-charge and change the world and be environmentally friendly. He had an idea of who was going to buy this battery, how much they were going to give him for the battery. It was all locked in his head, and he was telling her that from when they were in college. She ended up with him. The battery didn't bite. It didn't bite. It didn't bite. So she did all this working while he stayed home and worked on his battery. Finally, she got so overwhelmed as a woman and tired after supporting him and doing all these things, her putting her mama house up, all this stuff. His battery finally bites. But by this time, she thinks he's cheating on her. She also is just over it. She's ready for him to just get a job and be normal. But the key is he was never normal. He was never normal from day one. And that's what she didn't understand. So he had an idea. Oh, I'm going to live in this building. I'm going to buy this car. I'm going to buy this boat. This is going to be the name of the boat, right? Had all of these plans. Then all of a sudden the battery bites. He wants to get back with her. He doesn't want a divorce. She says, oh no, we are never going to get back together. That is never happening. He finds another woman that gets on the train with him. He still lives in the same apartment that he said he wanted to live in, the same penthouse apartment. He gets the same car. He gets the boat. He does everything he said he was going to do. And then that drove this woman crazy because she felt like another woman had her life. Sorry. Yeah. Because that's how it works with men like that. They have a plan. They have a purpose. They have an idea of what they want to do. And yes, he could have shared it with you, but you divorced them. So having said that, I just, gave me deeper insight into that movie. Like, he was a train that was moving. This is what he said he was going to do. He didn't apologize for who he was, and he didn't apologize for what he wanted to do with his life. Right? So that happens. So these type of men, they can lead businesses, they can lead families, they can lead corporations, and they instinctually know what to do. It just is what it is. Here's the thing though, okay? I've been trying to be nice. I clearly have to spell it out for y'all because y'all didn't listen to my last other podcast, my last other videos where I was trying to say it nice, okay? But men with leadership skills are attracted to a certain kind of woman, period. That's it. The end. This man has a reputation. He has a legacy to protect, right? He has business cohorts and business acumen. This man stands on business. I'm sorry, I joke too much, but he does. He stands on business, right? So men like this are serious people, y'all. They don't got time for the jokes. They don't got time for the games. They didn't get to where they are or the drive that they have by playing around in life. They didn't get to where they are by being talked to a certain way. They didn't get to where they are by not knowing who they were. That's not the story. That's not the case for this kind of man. The man with leadership skills is a certain kind of man, right? He wasn't coddled as a kid. He pretty much had to grow up early. His mother didn't coddle him. He might even actually had both parents and actually saw what a man is supposed to do in the role of a man in life. So this man is confident. He knows who he is. He knows what he stands for. He knows what he wants. He knows where he's going, period. Okay. So you either got to jump on with him or he's going to keep going, period, the end. All right. So these men are only attracted to certain kinds of women. They are attracted to a woman essentially that knows how to stay the hell out of his way, period. I don't know how else to say it. I want to say it nicer, but you got to stay out of his way. Meaning, one, you don't talk to this man any kind of way. Two, you don't try to control this man's actions and emotions and what he does. Three, you don't question this man about every little thing that he's doing. Okay. We as women have gotten so loose. We just feel like it's okay. Where are you? What are you doing? He don't got an answer to you. Why? Because y'all are in a relationship? No, a relationship comes from relationship. It comes from trust. It comes from communication. It comes from being the woman that he needs and wants in his life. And so therefore he desires to communicate with you. He desires to tell you where he's going. He desires to give you and put you in a part of his life, not because you earned it, not because you just get to talk to him any kind of way and now he got to answer to you. Who are you for him to have to answer to you? He is the head. He is the leader. He knows that. So when the leader ends up talking to the people beneath them, that is because they desire to do that. And it is because you have behavior that incites that from him. Y'all don't get what I'm saying. And you won't get it, because most women are so busy trying to prove that they are something, trying to prove that they can boss their man around, trying to prove that they could tell men what to do. And if he don't get on this cycle, then I could do it by myself because I'll boss up. I don't need a man to buy my dinner. I don't need a man. You don't need a man to do anything. The bottom line is you want to desire to have a man to do those things, because who the hell wants to do them by themselves? We are so busy running north and south at the same time as women. It is getting baffling to me. We will say we want a man with leadership skills, but then when he decides to start leading, he decides to start telling us what to do. He decides to start telling us where he desires the family to go. Now he's toxic. Now he's insecure. Now he trying to tell me what to do. Which one is it? Do you want a man with leadership skills, but he not leading? So it's weird. You want a man with leadership skills, but you don't want him to lead you. So what the hell do you want him to have skills for? Other people? Because a man with leadership skills means he's able to lead you too. So we're complaining that we want men with leadership skills, but then we're also complaining that we don't want men to tell us what to do. Pick one. We cannot have both. Why the hell do we look and sound so crazy? At this point, y'all, it is not looking good for the home team. We got 3 minutes left in this game and we're down by 40 points. Guys, we're losing. We're looking stupid, acting goofy, talking crazy, and then we wonder why men are not jumping at the stake to jump into relationships with us, because we're all over the place. What do you want? Do you want a man with leadership skills or do you not? And if you want a man with leadership skills, then he got to be able to lead you first and foremost, because who the hell else is he leading? A man that has a family legacy, he has a personal kingdom, right? In that personal kingdom, he leads, the others follow. So in the personal kingdom, again, he has a legacy to protect. Him, you, the children, the grandkids, what is he leaving behind? So when I say, okay, hyper independence, I'm not saying that, no, you got to be dumb. These type of men don't even want dumb women anyway. They don't want you dumb and goofy and naive and out here embarrassing the family name and out here loose and just talking crazy and just doing certain things, out here embarrassing him and the family. This is not what he desires. It's not. So again, this is not what he's looking for. This man is looking for cooperation. He's looking for compliance. He's looking for trust. He's looking for security. He's not looking for the woman that the moment he get home late from a business meeting, you're like, oh, I thought you said your meeting was over at 8. I mean, it only takes 12 minutes to get home. It's 9. So where were you in between? Girl, go to hell to bed. Stop. Stop. Because if you weren't such a nag, he probably would have told you what he was doing on his way home. I'm getting off. Let me stop. I'm getting off. So this man is not looking for a woman who desires to compete with him, period. He's not looking for that, all right? He isn't looking for somebody who wants to battle him at every decision that he wants to make. He doesn't want somebody that's a liability to him and what he's building. We as women don't realize that we can be an asset to a man or we can be a liability. You got to pick which one you are. Now, if you're an asset, that doesn't mean because he's paying for things that you're the liability. No, when you're an asset to a man, that means that you are there to help him build his legacy. You are there to be cooperative, compliant, obedient, submissive. You are there to affirm him. You're there to help him. You're there to rear the children. Make sure your children aren't walking around outside being knuckleheads and embarrassing the family name. Look at T.I. son. I stand on business. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Just out here embarrassing your family, doing anything. And a lot of times when the children act up, it's because of the lack of nurturing. It is the lack of motherhood in the home and the lack of fatherhood. But again, see, here's the thing. There's tiers to this. When you're a woman raising a child, but there's a man that has your back, right? It's like the lion that stands behind the lioness. The kids listen to you because they don't want you to call the lion that's standing behind you. And he might not be directly standing behind you, but oh, he's only a phone call or a text away, baby boy, baby girl. He's 2 seconds away. All I got to do is call. But when you're out here bossing up, wanting to say I could do it on my own, your sons are not listening to you as women. Go back to the video where I said a man's first encounter with femininity is his mother, whether she was a single mother, or whether she was a mother with a mate. Those are two different moms, two different lifestyles. All right. He doesn't want a woman who's loose, ghetto, loud, obnoxious, just out here embarrassing him. He wants a woman that helps him protect her by listening, by being cooperative. Again, compliant. You hear I keep saying the same words? Cooperation, compliance. We know these words at work. And we'll muster up under them real quick. We'll be like, oh, I'm in compliance with my job. I'm in compliance with my life insurance policy. I'm in compliance with my insurance. We're in compliance with everything else except our husbands, our heads, our leaders. That we're in compliance with everything else but them. It's crazy, right? The only way that a man can actually help protect you, the only way that a man can protect you is if you're obedient to what he's saying. I had a conversation with one of my students today, and I said, listen, she asked me something because my husband came and did a talk to the school, and she said, oh my God, man, Miss, your husband looks strict. He's not strict. But if he says not to do something, there's usually a reason that he's saying it. If he's saying not to do something or to begin to do something, I know for a fact there's a reason why he's saying it. He's not just talking out his ass. So if he says, yeah, I don't want you going there at this hour, I don't want you driving this way at night, there is a reason that he's saying it. It would behoove me to listen. I don't always even have to know the reason. Sometimes he tells me the reason. And then I understand the reason. I go, and it makes it even more double down. Like, okay, I definitely won't do that because now I know exactly why he's telling me to do it. Then God forbid something happens because I didn't listen. I can't even go to him because he's going to be like, I already told you about that. I already told you not to do that. I already told you not to go there. I already told you not to take that way home. So then when something happens, he's going to be like, why didn't you listen? This stuff is not rocket science. This stuff is super simple to me when I hear it being said out loud, okay? If your man desires you to be somewhere or does not desire to be somewhere, listen. If he says, you know, I'm not comfortable with you going to that place, don't go. It's really simple. Once he says he doesn't desire you to be somewhere, you shouldn't even desire to be there anymore. So it should almost be an alignment. If he says, yeah, I'm not comfortable with you going there, your desire should no longer be to even be there. You should be like, he don't want me there, I don't even want to be there. That's the spirit that should be happening, not, this man telling me what to do. Oh, he's toxic. The moment a man wants to leave, the moment a man wants to protect, now all of a sudden he's insecure. Now all of a sudden he can't handle having a certain kind of woman. Now all of a sudden he can't handle the type of woman you are. What? Stop. The moment a man said, I don't want you going out dressed like that, he's insecure. Or could it be that he knows that it's dangerous to be outside dressed like that? Or it could be that he knows that now you're going to get catcalled, and now women are dying for not responding to men's catcalls. So why even put yourself in a position? Why? So now it all starts to come to play like, okay, I understand why he's saying these things. I get it. All right. You got to know that the man that you're with is not doing anything and desiring to hurt you when he says this. Now, hey, here's the thing. Sidebar. Okay. Footnote. This footnote is you got to know the man that you're with. Okay. Did you pick a man based on the fact that he was just cute? He has no leadership skills at all, but we're going to get into it because again, these type of men are only attracted to certain kind of women. So did you get with an insecure guy? Did you get with a guy that has no leadership skills? Did you get with a guy that when he does tell you not to wear something or not to go somewhere, he's only saying it because he's jealous and not because he's trying to protect you? That's on you. You get to pick your man. He don't, like just because a guy like you don't mean you got to like him back. And just because a guy wants you don't mean you got to want him back. You get to choose the guy you decide to give authority in your life. That's your choice, not his. There are plenty of men that ask women to marry him and the women say no. And there are plenty of women out here that guys are dating and they never desire to marry. It is what it is. Okay. So again, a lot of women are actually used to insecure men, the ones who are jealous, the ones who are controlling, the ones who have narcissistic tendencies, right? But this isn't this man. This man is protective. This man has goals, works hard to reach them, no days off, sometimes no sleep, just to make what he needs to make happen. This man is not always present because sometimes he's working. Okay. He's not 100% present all the time, but he takes his responsibility with the children in stride. He needs and desires a supportive mate and a partner. He wants a partner that's going to instill values and principles into his children when he's not around. He's going to desire home cooked meals, and he's going to take you out to eat and hang out only as leisure and downtime for him. You're supposed to be the person he enjoys having downtime with because he's working with his business cohorts and he's leading these things and he's moving and shaking in the world. And he's trying to build legacy and create businesses, create a lifestyle for you guys that you all love and both want, I would imagine. Okay. This man is smart. He's intelligent. He's principled, structured. And again, he means business. This man is not to be played with, okay? And it's hard to attract this type of man. You want to know why? Because he's only attracted to the women I just mentioned, the above traits that I mentioned. He's only attracted to compliant women. He's only attracted to submissive and obedient women. He's only attracted to women that are going to be willing and able to get on his page, get on his train, and move and flow with him. That's what he desires. He's going to want a woman that's going to instill some things into his kids. So he's not going to want no ratchet, ghetto, loud, obnoxious woman so that now she can instill those into the kids. Now his 13-year-old daughter is acting the same way that her ghetto mother is acting. No, he don't want that. No, he's not going to pick you. No, he's not going to choose you. No, you're too loud. No, you're too obnoxious. You too out there. No, he does not want you. He don't. He's not going to pick you. I can't say this enough. Men do not want women who are always talking about how she don't need him. Oh, I could do this by myself. I got a job. I make 6 figures. I do this. I have this. I have that. I don't really need you. So if you don't add to me, then I can just do this by myself. And he's going to let you do it by yourself. He's going to move you on. He's going to go. Because no man wants to be in the life of a woman who, because she has all this, she acts like she don't need him. Weird. Because who said that men's only contribution was financial? Who said that? Listen, I have relief every morning when my husband comes home from dropping our kid off and he heats my car up. Because I don't want to go outside. I don't like being cold. I can't stand it. So it feels so good to me when I get up and my car is already running when I get outside. I love that. It's the little things. It's the little things. But we want to act like, oh, it's the salary. Oh, okay, well, because I make just as much money as you make. What does that even mean as far as it relates to the contribution that masculine energy has in your life? It's crazy to me. So this man doesn't want a mouthy. I get it. I get it. We got opinions, right? We got thoughts, ideas. But there's a way that you bring it to them. And most women can't live the way that I live. I metaphysically handle things. I don't even bring hardly anything to them. If I got a problem, I manifest it, period. I don't even talk to them because that's what God's for. So that's not even the way that I live my life. But talk to them, bring it to them a certain way. They don't want a mouthy, hyper independent, controlling, insecure, always talking about how she don't need them or she makes just as much money. I got it. These men can care less about your money, by the way. They make their own, right? So what they desire from you is your feminine essence. Masculinity is a complete turnoff to them. And the reason why is because this man is super masculine. And in this case, they repel each other significantly. I cannot say this enough. I cannot reiterate this enough. A true masculine energy-led man does not want nor desire what he is at all. He wants the exact opposite. He doesn't want him. He wants you. So what are you offering him that is not something that he can already do for himself? 9 times out of 10, what we can offer is our softness, our soft bodies, our different way of thinking, our spiritual essence, the way that we can help him manifest his desires. We can affirm him, remind him of who he is to us and in our lives and our children's lives daily. We can pray for him. We can uplift him. There's so many things that you can do as a woman that your financial contribution, how much you make, and your 6 figures can go out the window. They can care less. This man does. He could care less. So he doesn't want you. You miss hyper independent. I don't need a man. I can do this all by myself. Men with leadership skills don't want you. Because you want to know why? You have those exact traits. You don't need those. He got those. So you, my friends, based on the law of polarity, will never, ever, ever attract a man that can lead you because you are not able to be led. You think your money makes you the leader. You think your independence makes you the leader. That's not what makes you the leader. The leader is the person that takes the responsibility and the accountability for the family. Women don't do that well. We can take accountability, like I said, for a file being filed wrong. We'll blame any and everybody before we take ownership that we did it. I'm not going to get into why right now because I've gotten into it in other videos. Check out the video that says women should not be leaders, and you'll see the whole thing there. But a man doesn't desire that. A man doesn't want that. So let me tell you what being hyper independent does attract. Okay. A woman who wants to remain dominant in her leadership, leading with her money, accolades, power, and stature, is doing exactly what a man does. Women, since the beginning of time, have never had to lead with our money, our accolades, our degrees. We've never had to do that. Never. This is all new, y'all. This is all new. It came when the feminist movement came, but this is all new. Listen, I would rather my looks, my shiny legs, me smelling good, get me a meeting in the room any day of the week before I let my degree want me to get in the room. I've had so many opportunities presented to me just because I look nice. I could be dumber than a bag of rocks. However, I'm not. But you don't got to lead with that. You don't have to lead with that. It's one thing to have business acumen as a woman. It's one thing to be intelligent as a woman. I like to consider myself super intelligent. I'm damn near brilliant. My husband, that's one of the things my husband loves about me is because I'm brilliant. I'm very smart. And I'm very intuitive. I'm very discerning. And I can weigh things out fairly. I'm unbiased. And when he talks, I mess up sometimes, but I usually try to listen because he's brilliant. Now, when you get at the table with a man and the first thing you want to talk about is, well, I have this and I do this and I do this, instant turn off to the man with leadership skills. Okay, great. All you're doing is telling me, where do I fit in here? Where's the space for me here? And as a matter of fact, I don't want space here. I want you to come over here. So are you willing to change any of that, shift any of that to come over here? If not, nice date, nice having dinner with you. Have a nice life. A woman that is smart, brilliant, has business acumen would be better leaving that dormant. You can still do it, but if he doesn't care about it, why are you mentioning it to him? Listen, my job, I am the manager, the boss at my job. That is what I do. I am the boss. I sign the checks. I send the people home. I can hire, I fire. I never hardly ever talk about business with my husband at work, about work, unless I need his advice. And the reason I'm usually going to him about work is because he's able to help me logically sift out certain things that could sometimes be emotionally charged for me. Somebody's acting up. I don't want to act out back. So what should my next move be? What should I do? What should I say? Because I don't want to come off girly and I don't want to come off emotional. And then sometimes he tells me things and I'm like, ooh, that's a little too masculine. I don't know if I could do it like that. And there's other times I'm like, that makes sense. That's a better way for me to handle it. There are some times that even in my business and being the boss, I still need his guidance. Still need it. Not great at this. I like laying back. I don't, that's what I like. So again, a woman who wants to remain dominant in her leadership, leading with her money, accolades, power, and stature is doing exactly what a man would be doing in her position, which is exactly why the man that I just mentioned would not want her. He doesn't want another version of him. There is no need for two of him. He needs one of him and one of you. If you're not going to be the woman, then he's going to let you go and put a woman next to him. He's not going to put a woman with a masculine essence next to him. What is the point? And it's not attractive to him. It doesn't draw anything out of him. It's crazy that we still don't understand this, that we still are talking about men without leadership skills. No, sis, they're out here. They just don't want you. They're out here. They're doing their thing. Doing their family, doing everything that needs to happen. It's just not with you. It's with her. The woman that know how to listen to him. The woman that affirms him. The woman that looks up to him. The woman that thinks her husband is super smart and brilliant. Who looks to him for leadership. Not the woman that's like, well, I'm just like you. We the same. Oh, grinds my gears. It is so bad on social media now. Nobody can't mention nothing without somebody saying, well, what about with women and what about with men? And then I saw another thing the other day where people were saying that black women and black men were against each other and we the ones with all the podcasts. You know, we don't see like white women and Asian women and all that. The reason we don't see them doing it is because they're not against each other. They're out here still loving each other, marrying each other. They're out here still respecting their husbands. You don't hear them saying they could do bad by themselves or they could do better without their men. You don't hear no other race saying that but us. So yeah, that's why we are the ones that need the platform, because only 1 in 4 black women are getting married. And that's crazy to me. Those statistics are insane. 1 in 4. That means that 80% of black women are going to go unmarried. And there is a distinct reason why. A distinct reason. And if we don't know it by now, great. And then the women that say, oh, everybody's goal ain't to be married, so then your goal is to die alone. That's nice. But I guarantee you, the same woman that's saying it ain't everybody goal to be married is out here having mad sex, giving mad HEAD, and busting out children. So I ask you, what are we doing out here? What are we doing? What are we doing? What's happening? We're out here. Oh, every woman don't want to be married, but I guarantee you the woman saying that got a kid running around somewhere without no leadership, no man, nobody helping her, because in her mind, she swears she's doing a good job and she's doing it on her own. Just because your kid you might be a single mother and your kid is well behaved, doesn't mean you're doing a good job, because y'all still took the other counterpart away from them. Children deserve to have both parents. And then the people that be like, oh, well, the people that it's toxic in the house, then it's better to separate. Why is it toxic in the house? Somebody not listening to the other person. And it's usually the woman. Somebody's not compromising. Like I said in another video, irreconcilable differences mean that you don't know how to submit, period. The woman doesn't know how to submit. That's what that means. Irretrievably broken. Yep, that's what it means. That's what it means. Sorry, y'all. But I'm here to expose today. I don't know. I just haven't been doing live videos. And now I'm just looking at how it looks so bad for the home team, for us right now, that now I'm getting tired of sugarcoating what is actually going on out here. All right. So a lot of these same women be like, because of my strength, you know what I'm saying? I'm so strong, a man can't handle me. Wrong. Wrong. Okay. He can handle you. He don't want to. He's choosing not to. You are a choice for him to walk away from. You're a choice for him to say, if I had to choose this or this, it's not you. So we still are saying anything, trying to make ourselves feel better. Oh, he can't handle me. Yes, he can. He don't want you. We just won't say the real thing. Whenever something happens and it don't look like it's going our way, all of a sudden he can't handle it. No, he don't want to. He don't like you. He don't want you. He's choosing something else. And it's not you. It's not your attributes. It's not your traits. It's not what you're leading with. He don't want that, period. Let's stop trying to ice skate around it and make it sound better or put them down because he don't want to deal with our mouth. He don't want to deal with our attitude. He don't want to deal with our slick talking. He don't want to deal with our control issues. He don't want to deal with none of that. So now he can't handle me. Nobody wants to handle that. Sorry. Nobody wants that. Not even friends. Who wants to deal with that? Nobody. Ugh. So the man leaves this and he goes to where he is admired, respected, and appreciated, period. Desired, wanted. That's where he wants to be. This woman attracts the man with no ambition. She attracts the man with no goals, no drive, may not be principled, or has anything that he directly stands on or stands behind. He usually doesn't have his own vision for his life, so he's more than happy to align with yours. He has no leadership skills because he has nothing that he's actively led, or he was coddled too long as a teenage boy and never learned how to exert himself as a man or learn to become responsible for anything other than himself. This is the kind of man you're going to attract when you lead with that. You're going to attract the exact opposite. The man who has a deficit will always be looking for something or someone to fill that deficit. I mean, like, God, was he even captain of the football team? My God. This man doesn't mind being slightly controlled because honestly, he needs it. He can't self-govern. If he could self-govern, he would be farther in life than he is now. So because he can't self-govern, of course he's looking at you for leadership. He don't have his own. He needs some of your guidance because low-key, he's still looking for a mother. Because again, the mom's coddled too long. So he needs somebody that can help him, assist him, even tell him what to do sometimes. So it's a difference between the man with leadership skills that wants to come home to a home-cooked meal. It's another thing for the man who don't have leadership skills and needs a mommy to coddle him. And that's why he wants your home-cooked meal, because it's like mommy. It's like being mothered. It's like being mommied again. These are two different kinds of men, and it's up to you to discern the difference between the two. He wants full course meals like mama used to cook. He wants you to take care of kids and clean up the house, but he also needs you to work and help him do his part. And he still needs your guidance in that. He'll tolerate a little bit more than the previous man that I talked about would, the man that does have leadership skills, because he needs a lot more from you. So this man will tolerate your little insecurities, your little controllingness, your little slick mouth. He'll even let you tell him what to do, yell in his face, do all these things. That's because he can't do this without you. He has no skills. He doesn't have leadership bred in within him. He doesn't have it. So of course he's going to get with the woman that says, oh yes, and I make 6 figures and I have this and I have that. Oh, you're perfect for me. Listen, when can I move in? And as a matter of fact, I know you drive that nice car and everything. So I was thinking, I want a nice car. I got the money, but my credit not really right. So I'm thinking you could sign for my car too. Then I could have a car like yours. We could both have a car. Now we're a power couple. Boom. That's what you're going to attract. That's going to be the story for you. All right. This is the main difference between the men. This man is actually attracted to women with leadership skills because he needs them for himself, because he doesn't possess them for himself. The woman who leads with her leadership or showcases her money, her career, her accolades will almost always, without exception, attract a man who has a leadership deficit. She will almost always attract a man that very thing is very attractive to him, but not because he has it as well, because he lacks it. And even if you do have money and leadership skills and an amazing career, that's all fine. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying dumb yourself down, sis. I'm not saying get rid of your accolades and act like you don't have these careers. That's not what I'm saying. But just remember, the man who has all of this is not impressed by yours. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is don't use that as your method to gain leverage. Don't use that as your method for posture. It's never going to work with him. This man literally wants your essence, the man with leadership skills. He just wants your essence, the essence of you that is the direct opposite of him. Something that he himself doesn't possess. That is your biggest value to him. Your value will never lie in your stature. I need y'all to understand this, people. This is where we are going wrong as women. And this is why we haven't attracted the kind of man that we desire. We are going about it all wrong, ladies. It is all wrong. And we need to fix it. So this is how we fix it. You decide the kind of man that you want. Do you want a man with leadership skills? Yes or no? But what we cannot do and what we have to stop doing is running north and south at the same time and then wanting the other species, being men, to understand it. They will never. If you want a man with leadership skills, then you have to be in compliance with his leadership. You have to be underneath the leadership. Otherwise, you don't want a man with leadership skills. You want a basic, regular person that doesn't necessarily have leadership skills, and he got to consult with you for everything because low key, you have a control complex. And you need to be involved in every little thing and every little decision because you're fearful that he's not going to lead the family in a direction where you're going to be okay, where you're going to be safe. Pick one. But if you want a man with leadership skills, and you want that man that got the money, that got his stuff together, that got visions, goals, dreams, drive, you're going to have to become a certain kind of woman and get it. And that certain kind of woman is not dumbed down. Do I look dumb? I don't look dumb. And I don't dumb myself down. I don't diminish myself. I don't diminish who I am. I don't diminish my accolades. I don't diminish the things that I have done to become this woman. That's all there. But when it comes to my relationship, I know how to take that hat nicely off, put it down, come in the house and be soft. I love my kids. I love being a mom to them. I love being a wife. I love being able to help when he needs my help. I'm almost antsy for him to be like, when you need my help, you need my help, you need me? No. Okay. All right. Got it. Oh, you need something. Okay. Got it. I love that. I don't come home. I don't bring work home. I don't want to talk about work when I get home. When I get home, I'm with my family. I'm me again. My soft, feminine, laughy, silly self. My husband tells jokes all the time. I laugh all the time because I'm super silly. And I love to laugh. I just love being with my family. I love watching them grow. I love watching them evolve. I love that. My work is nice. It's fun. I get it. But y'all don't even halfway know what I do. Most people don't. And I do a lot. But I don't lead with that. And I'm never going to. And if God forbid I ever had to be out in this dating world again, I'm not leading with it. And that would decipher what man has leadership skills and what one doesn't, because he would never know what I did, what I made, how I got it. You don't know. Tell me what you do. Tell me what you're about. Give me your situation. Tell me what that is. That's how I would go into it. Tell me what you got going on so I can see if I can align with that. So I can see if that's a page I can be on. So I can see if that's something I can see myself moving forward with. But most women, we get on a date. He kind of cute. He pay for the date. You know, he talk a little bit about work. Might got some kids, whatever. And then next scene, we just like him. How, what? Why? How? Y'all, we have to do better. And we have to fix it. And we have to stop running north and south at the same time. You got to stop having salt water and fresh water out of the same spring. It doesn't work like that. So we have to start to really become true to who we are and what we want and stop following the masses. Stop listening to the masses. What is it that you truly desire? Because right now we're like hyenas leading each other off the ledge. Girl, because if I was you, because if I was you, because girl, not me. Knowing damn well it would be them if they had the chance, if they had the option, but they don't. So they're going to talk you out of it because you got the chance and you got the option. They don't. So they will, girl, if it was me, you to death. And now you jumped off the ledge, left your marriage, left your boyfriend because of a hyena that can't catch a man to save her life. Y'all, stop doing it. Jesus fix it. Everybody ain't able. That's all I know. But love y'all. I said I was going to be nice. I have been super trying. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share the video, and subscribe. Tanisha Levon. Also, my YouTube is Tanisha Levon as well. And not my YouTube, I'm sorry, my TikTok is Tanisha Levon as well. So like, share, subscribe, please, so I can go live on TikTok as well. Have a good day, y'all. Love y'all. Bye.